Hello again, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Kovac Enterprises. I'd like to pose a question to everybody with one word: Starship. To most of us, well, me, when I hear the word Starship, to me it sounds like something from sci-fi, like the Starship Enterprise from Star Trek. But there are other types of starships, and in this case we are going to go back in time, back in the 1970s at the age of rock and roll. And with that being said, let me introduce you to this. This is the Boeing 720 that was modified from a Boeing 707. There were approximately 65 planes that were constructed of this type, and was used exclusively by American Airlines. And after 12 years of operation through the United Airlines, the first serial Boeing 720 was bought by the actor Bobby Sherman, and it was refashioned as a luxurious VIP jet for musical performers. The plane received its own name, which was called Starship 1, and was used from 73 to 77 as a musician's VIP transport. So if you're looking at the actual picture of the plane and looking at the color of the plane, it might give you a clue that this was used by Deep Purple and my favorite, Led Zeppelin. This is actually the music series kit, and its product number is 314, and it's made by Rodin, and the scale is 1 to 144. If we go ahead and turn the box around, we can see here that the first picture on the side here is the box that I have with kit number 314, which does state Deep Purple on it, but like I said before, Led Zeppelin also rented out this plane for its tours. The next kit number in this production is 315, which they declared that for Elton John for his USA tour in 1975. And then we have a kit number which is 317, which was named Caesar's Chariot through the Led Zeppelin's North American tour of summer of 1977. And then we have kit number 318 of the Boeing 720 that was rented out by the Bee Gees through their U.S. tour, which was the winter of 1979. As you can see, this was basically on the other side we have like 7 different language categories through the respective countries. So with that being said, we'll be back in a few minutes. We'll open up this box and take a look and see what's inside. Stand by. And we're back. And right now we're just going to show you what's in. Go ahead and show you what's inside the box. And the first thing we're going to bring out is the whole kit comes in one package for all your parts, including the clear parts. So let's go ahead and take her out and get a closer look at it. The first thing I'm going to be taking out is this is going to be the sprue tree letter A for our fuselage, 2 halves of it. As you can see, all the passenger windows are already drilled out for you, as well as the doors. It's got some nice panel lines to it. Let me see if we can, I don't know if we can see this up close or not, but there are some nice panel lines on it, on the aircraft as well. So basically that's our 2 halves for the kit. Next up, we will go ahead and take out another little tree here. Of course, here we have parts of the elevators and other components. Looks like for the plane itself. You can kind of take a look at it real close. Again, nicely detailed on the panel lines on the elevators. And then we have another small little sprue tree that contains the engines. This is the engines, I believe, were the Pratt & Whitney's edition, as well as we have our wheels and some of our landing gear. So there's that. And then next up, we have one set of our wings. This is on the number B tree sprue. So there you go. Again, nice panel lines. I don't see hardly any flash on this at all. So that's one side. Of course, the other side there. So of course, these are where the engines are going to be attached to the aircraft. So there's that. And of course, then we have the other side. Again, just a duplicate of what we just showed you. Okay, here's that. And then of course we have another set to match the engines that I've just previously showed you. And this is on the letter E sprue tree. So there you go, there's that. And then we have, last but not least, the clear parts, where they do give you clear windows, I guess, that are being attached to the inside of the plane, so you can see through the windows, though they might be a little bit small. And then we have the front of the plane, looks like the cockpit type of window. It's in a clear part as well. And there you go. So you can see just by looking, let me raise it up a little bit here, bring it down. It's a pretty low part count, so it should be pretty easy to build. So there you go. And we'll raise it back down again for you. And next I want to show you, basically this is going to be the instructions. Of course, the center column is for English. Not much as far as the instructions concerned. Pretty much when you open it up, everything is in a foreign language, but we can determine how to put this together if you've done modeling quite a bit. But the first page basically is what I just showed you, all the parts that are in the kit. That's on page 1, and then there's actually 7 steps to this process. So basically, the first and second step is basically putting the engines together, the turbines, and then the third and the fourth step is basically putting together your landing gear. There's that. And then the fifth step is basically putting the wings together and attaching your turbine engines with the landing gear, with the some flaps. And basically when we flip it over, we do number 6 here is 1/2 of the fuselage, where we actually put the clear parts of the windows in and some other components. And then of course once that's done, then the 7th step is the final assembly to put all the pieces together all at once. So that is the instructions. Very simple, straightforward. Next up will be the color callouts, which they did a pretty nice job as far as the graphics. They do present the color callouts with the Vallejo type of paints. I may use Tamiya / craft acrylics, which I'm used to painting with, and we'll try to match up the colors as best we can. But there you go, those are the color callouts. And this one, like I said, in particular, it does show deep purple, but the kit does come with, which I'll show you next, a decal setup. That it does have a decal of the Led Zeppelin, and that's the decal I'm going to actually put on the plane itself. So that is that, and on with the decals. Of We have, of course, the decals for the tail end of the plane, and then we have the decals that go across the windows on the outside, and we also have the decals that go around the front of the nose of the plane. That also includes the door. And let me turn this around, and we have our registry numbers for the plane, which is the N7201U, and then we have our choice of both Led Zeppelin or Deep Purple that fits on either side of the plane. And like I said before, I will go ahead and choose the Led Zeppelin one, since that's one of my favorite bands. So there you go. That is the out-of-box review for our Boeing 720, and we will probably start this sometime this week, and I hope you will follow my progress on this. And so like I said, stay tuned. Let's see if I can put it down there. There you go. Alright, so stay tuned for the next upcoming project that I chose for this month of May, and I hope everybody has a good day, and we'll catch you on the next update. Catch you around.